Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video, and we are back with our reading vlogs, and we got configured. Oop, this way. I'm going to try to read as much as possible in this. As you can see, we're not halfway through yet, but we are getting there, and I haven't read this in a while. So I figured I might as well sit down and see how far I can get it while my mom has my son. She kidnapped him while I was trying to feed him earlier. She decided that he was going with her, so figured might as well get this. So we're on chapter 11. I check for the 4th time to see if I've received a message from Meyer. Nothing. If Direction knew I was involved with Affinity, they would be here already, taking me away. The thought doesn't take away the tension building in my chest. After a few moments, I review my instructions in my mind. Link your device into Gentech network. As usual, Affinity will gain intelligence from the connection. If Jason is detained, how in the world am I supposed to do this? After securing my desktop system, I link my Flex handheld and download the program in an attempt to hack into the Affinity Spy program. I know it's wrong, but if I could know what it does, how it works, what files it might be transferring, I will feel more confident. From the little I can tell, the person who programmed it is an even better coder than I am. I dig up information specific to a project called Chrysalis? I don't know. But I'm unsure how the program works and what it does. I'm blocked each time I try. Even after attempting to decompile the program. Don't yawn. The variable names are all meaningless jumbles of letters and numbers. Frustrated, I shake my head in annoyance at myself. Maybe if I try again later. Part of me wished I'd never met with Meyer. I should have deleted his message and told him to go away. Personal curiosity is the self-indulgence of risk. But it's much more than a curiosity now. So many lives are at stake. What do you think, Ben? Again, he doesn't answer, due to the fact that he's not alive. Moonlight creeps over the screen, and I push back from the desk and check the time. Dinner has come and gone. Actually, it's way past bedtime. I unpair my handheld from the system and reset it to normal. There's still nothing from Meyer, and thankfully, drones still haven't shown up at my door. Rising and shaking my head, I drop onto my bed. I should put on pajamas, but instead I lie there and stare at the ceiling. Device still in hand, I log into my Citizen account and browse through the anti-stress med tech options specifically for sleep. Knowing what I know about Direction, I don't want to, but living on the little sleep I've been getting can't go on. The med downloads to my account. Instructions pop on the screen. Place your palm flat on the screen of your Flex. Hold until the vibration stops. Before I can stop myself, my hand is touching the screen. When the pulsing stops, there's no change in my body. The medtech transmits to your internal nanobots and modifies your bodily function to release the proper neurotransmitters for sleep. I just got a picture. In short, I can get some rest, finally. I blink, nothing happens, but before long my eyes droop and I barely have an energy to dress for bed, let alone worry about Meyer, before a dreamless night of sleep in envelopes me. That just sounds weird. I drag a wake full of cloudy gray memories of seeing Jason arrested. I run a hand over my face and squint at my handheld. Still no answer from Meyer. Slowly, the natural stress chemicals back in, and a tightness in my chest builds. I throw off the blanket, spring from bed, and activate my media viewer. This is Brian Marshall reporting from level 3. Doesn't that guy ever take a break? The body count from yesterday's explosion is now 12. All level 3 citizens. Names are still unreleased. The camera pans to the partially destroyed building, sending my heart into my stomach again. Director Manning will be taking the podium this evening at 8 p.m. for an important mandatory watch announcement. Mentally exhausted, I flick the screen off and message Meyer again. Nothing. Instead of a response from him, the medtech screen presents again from my motion, as if the device knew what I wanted and brought it up. I stare at the option. A tightening in my chest forms, making breathing more work than it should be. How am I supposed to do my job at Gentech, let alone be an asset to Affinity, if I can't even function? The one for sleep worked last night, just this once. So many people take them and they seem fine. With no idea which one would be best, I picked the first one on the list for stress and anxiety relief. The stress and anxiety relief option will naturally increase your serotonin levels and assist your nanobots in returning your stress levels to normal. Naturally, I can't be that bad. I downloaded it and pressed my palm to the screen. A sick feeling seeps into my stomach. At Gentech, I make my way to floor 18. Along the way, I avoid other employees for fear they might spot the anxiety in my eyes. When is that med tech going to kick in? I clench my wrist where my handheld sits. When I link this, there's no turning back. I'll have officially begun work for Affinity. Evelyn, then, right? A voice asked, catching me before I entered the InfoSec suite. I turn around, clearing my throat. The voice belongs to Daniel Carter, the guy from my placement orientation. He's even taller than I remember, almost a full head. I'd hoped he'd forgotten about me. He eyes me and blinks twice rapidly. You look more together. My God. I don't know why I'm so tired. He stares as if his eyes are boring through me, remembering my disheveled appearance on our first day at Gentech. Whatever he's doing, I won't play into it. It's Evelyn. My focus never sways from his face, and yes, I am. Gentech suits me. Stay calm. It's always worked before to keep people from asking too many questions. He'll go away. Daniel eyebrows furrow, and he steps uncomfortably close to me. No, something tells me otherwise, but until I am sure, we'll see who gets advanced first. His cold gaze shoots from mine to the InfoSec suite, and he goes around me. I straighten, but my head spins from the medtech. Even so, I whip around to follow close on his heels. He turns for his cubicle, but I can sense his stare as I pass. What does he know? Nothing. A disheveled Appearance one time, albeit on the first day, means nothing. It's just his way of finding a weakness to dig at, hoping I'll slip up. I activate my screen, then lick my flicks. I shut my eyes and exhale. It's an ordinary day, I lie to myself, but my body relaxes, clearing my mind. Things suddenly don't seem that bad. Apparently, the med tech finally decided to kick in. The device accepts the connection. Let the Infinity Program invasion begin. I grab my headset and place it over my eyes. After the eyepiece blurs and goes clear, I sweep the screen to activate it. The virtual reality of the headset displays the spinning Gentech logo and the list of today's tasks. For today, the following will be overseeing one another's work. D. Carter, A. Lark. Unless another D. Carter works in InfoSec, Daniel's going to be hanging around me today. Sure enough, his scowling avatar enters my VR office carrying a flex formed into a touch tablet. Daniel says nothing and avoids looking my way. To match my desktop system morphs into a tablet. The task displays on the screen to investigate an error, checking the others' work along the way. This sim is nothing like reality. Instead, it looks fake, generated. Just a plain digital office the VR creates to give us even more of a sense we're alone while working. The avatars are a shadow of what we are in the real world. Cold, sterile. Maybe it's just Daniel. When I move to enter our project, the instructions change. Immediately discontinue current project until further notice. A high alert shows for a stage 4 security breach, and my heart races. There's a real emergency. Not a drill. Pain stabs at my gut. I am the breach. I know I couldn't do this. Daniel's avatar eyes me quizzically, then vanishes from the VR room. Suspicious activity consistent with an intruder reads on the screen. I squint at my new instructions through the system and rush to start coding. I do my best and strange calm falls over me. The med tech. You can do this. Coding is what you were made for. After 4 hours and 45 minutes, the breach is contained by the team. From the little I learned last night about what the Affinity spy bot does, I'm confident the emergency is unrelated to my hack for Affinity. But at the last minute, I notice an oddity, a hidden back door. It's so tiny and obsolete I should have missed it, but I never miss weakness in code. This one's not like a beacon to me, but it's unmistakable. The Affinity program. As fast as possible, I code a concealment and exit the program. That's what I notice. Daniel's avatar. He's in my VR office again, holding his tablet. Why are you here? I ask sourly to cover my nervousness. He crosses the arms of his avatar. The breach is secure, and we're to continue with the original task. What are you doing? Nothing, just finishing up. I check the time. I'm headed to eat. His avatar mouth tightens. After lunch, then, he says, and vanishes from the room. Did he see? I wait a few minutes before I pull off the headset, joining the real world once more, and lean over to see Daniel is still at his cubicle. Gone. I stand and unlike my handheld, a shiver runs down my spine. How long are those anti-stress meds supposed to work for? I think I need more. For a food dispenser on the first floor, from the food dispenser on the first floor, I order a sandwich and take it outside to clear my head and the ache in my stomach. As I walk toward the door, I swear a guardian follows me. I breathe a sigh of relief when it continues off to a corridor on my right. I hike a couple of buildings down and sit on the curb. The sidewalk has no seating to discourage milling. Jason's in custody. Myers MIA. Daniel's watching me. What made me believe I'd be smart or strong enough to do this? As if to answer the question, my handheld buzzes. My heart leaps. Meyer. I'm safe. Tears pool in my eyes, and I look up to discourage them. I don't know if I can do this, I reply. I move to send the message and delete it instead. With a sigh, I scroll to the MedTech account and press my palm to a fresh download. A sense of calm travels over me. Back to work. And I didn't even eat my lunch. Chapter 12. With my shift almost done, I log off the server and gather my belongings. At least the MedTech got me through the day. I swallow hard at the thought and check my message center. Nothing new, bad or good. My breath releases in a sigh of relief. At the top of the stairs, I message Kyra to meet. She's the only person from my old life I have left to talk to, and even that is nearing an end in less than a month. My device buzzes. See you in 5, out front. I exit the building and spy a petite girl headed toward me down the block, her pretty blonde hair pulled into a high, tight bun. Want me to walk you home or somewhere else? Kyra asks, reaching my side. Home, but let's walk slowly. How's your replacement coming along? Her back straightens. Busy, extremely busy, but I enjoy it. It's perfect if you don't mind running around all day. Kyra always had a lot of energy. It's what got her so far. She's tireless in getting what she wants. I'm second assistant to level 2 direction representative Aris. He reports to Manning. But I'm sure you knew that last part. Actually, it's terrible, but I don't follow much local government, I grimace. Guess I should. It's kind of important, and I know a person working there now. She chuckles. Well, it's not like I'm making any decisions or recommendations. So far, I just run errands for actual important people. Kyra's a good person. I know she is. My hope is with people like her involved with direction, the situation will change. But it will be a long time before she has any influence. You need to start somewhere, right? I offer encouragingly. Absolutely. Legal would have been good, but government career is the kind I've always wanted. She beams. What about you? Work's fine, but too much is on my mind lately. I can't sleep. You could always take the med tech. Yeah, my face flushes. Knowing what I do about direction, I can't believe I already have. We walk the next block in silence. Gone are the conversations of schoolgirls. Our month of transition is nearly up, and we both know it. Carver clears her throat. I met Director Manning. You did. My heart begins to pound. I hadn't even considered Kyra might have access to Manning yet. He held an emergency meeting this morning, and Representative Aris had me come along, she whispers. The council is concerned with the increasing terrorist attacks in the city. My heart works to speed up further, but the anti-anxiety meds seem to be doing their job, and it returns to normal. I don't understand what those rebels are doing. She shakes her head. Why do they want to hurt us? What do I say to her? That direction is killing people, not affinity. I bite my tongue. Timing is all wrong. Kyra wouldn't understand. Instead, I just shrug and shake my head. Manning is so focused and intent, he embodies the direction initiative. Her lips form a half smile, but then it disappears and her chin rises. It really is an honor to work in the level 2 rep office. And there you go. Direction has officially configured another cog to fit into their machine. I am next, except all my cogs are all the wrong shapes. A steady stream of Eric's drones, ranging from the small 1000s to the commercial 3000s, have flown by my apartment window in the last 2 hours. 3 new messages from Meyer buzz from my handheld on the couch. The fact I never returned his last one concerns him. He's just checking to see if I'm okay. I'm fine, but thinking about Meyer reminds me what I'm doing is dangerous, so I ignore him for now. Aaron still hasn't replied to my request, and Affinity has sent me an additional reminder to contact him again. I don't know what to do about it. Right now, I have no desire for establishing a spouse pairing despite Affinity's orders, and if I log on to send it, Meyer's fake account might still be active. I don't want to see his face either, since I still don't know how to respond to his last message. I walk toward the window and palm the glass. My gaze is drawn to a single rare bird flying over one of the rooftops in the distance. Into the sky it soars and then dives back to the earth. The creature does this several times before darting off to the horizon and vanishing like a phantom. Ben's memory permeates my mind. It's almost as if he vanished too. A chime I set announces a reminder for tonight's direction announcement. Breaking my concentration. Was the bird only in my mind? I activate the viewer in the living room and flop on the couch. The program hasn't started yet, only the direction emblem displays, flanking by gold and black words. Direction, enabling your best future. The global emblem spins and the words transition from black to gold and back in a slow dance. How do they know what my best future is? I shake my head in disgust. Dread rises at the thought of returning to Gen Tech tomorrow and all the tomorrows after. Brian Marshall snaps me from my thoughts. Citizens, please stay with us for an imperative announcement from the Direction Council. Director Manning will be taking the podium in 5 minutes. He moves on to a mini-story about food ink production for the printers and how Nutra Enterprise continues developing perfect personnel nutrition. My eyes glaze over. Fascinating. The segment wraps and the screen switches to an empty podium where Director Manning steps up. I've seen his stats on the network, and for a man of average stature, he always appears tall. It could be the camera angle, but Kyra's right. He embodies direction, initiative. His focus and determination are the primary reasons spouse pairing and birth reassignment have been so successful in increasing intelligence potential. The vid closes in, his face filling the screen, large and angular. I push into the back of the couch, but his oppressiveness doesn't diminish. Citizens of Direction, Manning begins. On behalf of Allure, I want to personally thank you for your focus and loyalty. Staying on the path of direction and initiative to continually build understanding will ensure the survival of our species. Intelligence enacts progress in the technology, science, and medical divisions in a way that is only possible by compatibility pairing. Your allegiance to the initiative is imperative, now more than ever. I grip the edge of the cushion. Allure has a new threat, one that jeopardizes our survival as The Aves virus did over 100 years ago, but instead of a microscopic level, this infective agent operates at a macro one, attempting to reproduce and spread, destroying us. Direction sits on the verge of a battle with a group who has identified themselves as Affinity. A vacuum seems to suck the air from the room, and I gasp. I force myself to hear him by getting up to stand directly in front of the screen. It's not new information, but this is the first time I've been on the other side. It has come to our attention that Affinity and the dangers they pose are a growing problem, endangering the safety and security of Direction. Over the last few weeks, they have orchestrated dangerous, even deadly events to multiple levels in the city, including a terrorist attack in Level 1 in which several Level 1 citizens were badly injured. No, not true. I know this by hearing the words, but hearing the words makes it all too real. My mouth goes dry and I try to swallow, but my throat closes. Gasping for breath, I race back to the couch and grab for my flicks. The medtech window is still available, and I scroll to download. Maximum daily anti-anxiety tech allowance reached. I curse and throw the device onto the couch. During the last confirmed Affinity assault in Level 3, 12 citizens died, and 5 more were injured. We have one of their leaders in custody, and he has admitted to leading the operation to murder specific Level 3 citizens. The vid flips to a live feed of a man, probably sedated. His head hangs, but he lifts it a little. My eyes widen when I notice the graying hair at his temple. The glassy-eyed, drawn face belongs to Jason, sorry. Inching back to the screen, I cover my open mouth and tap his face. Name, Jason Brandt. Age 42. Leader in subversive group called Affinity. Accused of the murder and injury of 12 Level 3 citizens. Trial to be determined. I jerk my hand back from the screen as if stung, then swipe the words away. The vid returns to Director Manning. He continues explaining how vital it is that Affinity be stopped, and talks about a new app that could be immediately found on handhelds to report any suspicious behavior. Citizens, if your obligation to protect our future. The Direction logo flashes on the screen again, allowing Allure to stir in their obligations. I stumble to the couch and collapse in the middle. Something pokes my leg, and I pull out my flex with the medtech notification on the screen. I stare at it, but instead of downloading, I take a deep breath, just like Father instructed. Maybe, deep down, he truly did care about me. Maybe even wanted to protect me. I close my eyes and imagine what it must feel like to be loved, even cherished by your family. My mind drifts to the words on the paper that wrap my gold heart necklace from Ben. The childish I love you from the backward Y, even at 4, been loved. Despite everything he must have went through with the experiments and ultimately died, he still loved. I love you too, I whisper. Saying the words out loud feels scared. Feels sacred. Forbidden. Defiant thoughts roll around in my brain. Why is that a few people get to decide how we should live? No one should die for the right to love. That kind of freedom is worth fighting for. Meyer, I whisper. I let go of any fear and send him a message. What's next? The device buzzes a reply. War. I make a beeline to my bed. I slide my hand under the mattress and search for the hidden package containing the gold metal necklace. From the paper, the jewelry drops to my hand. My fingers burn as I stroke the delicate chain, then grasp it in my palm. I glance at the clasp to see how it works, close my eyes, and wrap the pendant around my neck. Without looking, I tuck it into my shirt. The golden heart will remind me that love shouldn't be hidden, it shouldn't be forbidden. It wasn't something to stuff under a mattress. The thought is better than anything direction offers, including anxiety med tech. As the concealed golden heart hangs near the one hammering away in my chest, I swear it ticks with its own life. And I am going to take a break for now because I've got a headache really bad. So I will see you guys for the next one.